It's hard for a politician to be honest. Okay, a politician can't say what I say because he needs your vote. So no, ain't nobody gonna vote for a politician that's gonna tell you you're gonna have a hard life.
Okay, but there are also other leaders in our community, and are there? I mean, we have to have people who are thinking and saying, "Hey, where do we go from here?"
No one wants to tell the truth. Everybody want to live in this pie in the sky life. It's a pie in the sky mentality that we have down there now.
It's all good.
Whereas it's all good until it's not.
Right. Because as it is, I'm going to bring it back a little bit more short term, and I'll tell you why. The stay-at-home thing that we have right now.
Stay-at-home order, yeah.
It lives on the end of the month, right?
Okay.
And I already hear people being all excited about that.
Okay.
And thinking that things are just going to go back to normal. I'm going to go back to my job.
That's what we are changing narrative.
People are going to come back. People will buy. It will be, they'll buy it and it'll be just the same.
Not the same. But that's how I change the narrative.
People are thinking that short term, that, this will be over with under 30
They're going to be shocked. But here at Changing Narratives, this, we are always ahead of the curve. We try to find solutions and try to give them ideas, and that's what I like about our show. We try to stay ahead of the curve so that they understand. It's never going back to that, man.
And I think you need to say that again, because especially since we weren't that severely affected by the virus itself, people aren't thinking, well, from an economic standpoint, we are in the same shape as just about
we are never going back. We are never going back to what they think normal was. At no point. People gonna have to start to bite and swallow a sour pill pretty soon. Your government is running out of money. The entire region is running out of money. When I say the region, Central American and Caribbean is running out of money. And I repeat it again. It will be hard for you to do trade. No planes are coming anytime soon. Trump just signed a 60-day ban on all foreigners into the United States. Period. You understand what I'm saying? Period.
Right.
Europe is not flying down there. Where's it in transit?
So tourism is dead.
Tourism is
tourism
dead.
Industry,
investment
we can
is
just
dead.
forget about
so
that.
So basically, what are we going to do right now is rack up a bunch of debt. Now, what we're doing now, we're mortgaging the future of our young kids right now. So all this money that is being borrowed is our kids' money. They're going to have to deal with this.
I get it. We have to restart the economy. And that circles back to a suggestion that you made last week on our show.
The only way you can...
We have to restart.
Listen, man. Like I stated last week, the only way you can restart your economy, you got to substitute money. You have to substitute money. And the way you substitute money is to use vouchers and use physical cash for emergencies.
So we have a credit system.
We have a credit system that the government creates by using vouchers. And the way they're doing it right, they took some of my advice and they're doing it right now in regards to the pantry program, where you can buy a pantry for $12 and the government is subsidizing most of it to the people. That's what you're supposed to be doing from the start.
From jump, yeah.
You need to do that on a larger scale so you can sustain it for a long period of time.
Right.
But like I stated before, you still can't have people paying all their bills. People with their mortgages, with their loans for their business and so on and so forth.
So then
they got to be forbeared.
They have to work with the bank.
That's what I've been saying.
Right.
But they're not doing anything to the banks because the banks are privatized. And for some odd reason, I don't understand how is it that they don't understand people can't afford to pay this. We go be in pain until there's a vaccine.
Right. And that's another maybe 18 months.
Another year or so.
Right. So my thing is, it just feels a little scary, what happens next?
People think like this is bad now. They don't understand. What's coming next is 10 times worse. Because they will not, listen, when the government runs out of money, okay, when that happens, he gonna be forced to cut stuff. And he gonna have to sit down and choose what he thinks is a priority at that point. Because he still have loans that they took out, all these big loans that they took over the years. And
those are still there.
Those are still there. These investors, the investors don't want to hear no nonsense. They want their money. You understand what I'm saying? And you cannot borrow your way out of this situation. We already built our credit back to a certain limit. Our credit is already maxed out down there. So let's get real. Let's talk about some real stuff. What are we willing to do to sustain ourselves for the next year? Are we going to learn how to farm again? Are we willing to learn how to get along with our neighbor, realize that we need our neighbor much more than we thought? Are we going to get away from the bickering and the negativity and all this nonsense that we're doing and come together as one people? Because that's the only way I can see ourselves through this.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to some of these guys talk, man, and some of the stuff they're saying, and I realize that these guys don't have the answers. They're not really thinking clearly. They're still doing some of the same dumb stuff.
Right.
Hence the reason why I've been pushing out ideas for them.
We're thinking business as usual, and it's not usual times.
I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm pretty sure the people who are in charge are seeing the numbers. They're seeing what's going on around the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And they know there ain't no way they can sustain paying for 400,000 people to live for a year off the government.
No. Not even at their $75.
It doesn't matter how much. And see, the people have a misconception too that a lot of people think, well, we pay taxes, so the government should take care of this. But my man, the government is broke. Like that, I understand that part of it. Your taxes was great, but your taxes is not enough. It's broke. People gonna. That's why I think that the government at least should have explained to the people how the money, the money that they collect is being broken off, how it's being spent. They got to pay for the nurses and doctors, the teachers, and everybody else. They got to pay for all those loans that they took out years ago with high interest that are now due.
Right.
You understand? They got to keep all the essentials going. You know what I'm saying? So all of that got to be taken care of before they take care of you.
Oh man.
And that's the part people are not understanding.
Yeah.
They think, well, listen, but like I said, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm gonna be honest. It's gonna be a tough year. Belize and that entire region will face a severe recession. And for some countries, it might be a depression. And the crazy part about it, nobody's going to come and help you. You're on your own. So as Belizeans, I'm going to repeat it again. We need to come together as one people. We need to go back to the fundamentals. We need to get back to learn how to farm for ourselves. We got to get back how to, you know what I mean?
Get a barter system going.
The barter trade.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, how to get along with each other.
Yeah.
Just start there. The crab in the bucket syndrome has to go. Them days is gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
And it's good that you're saying this now because I'm telling you, a lot of people are looking forward to the end of the month. Thinking it's going to be all sunshine and roses at that point.
A lot of people don't want to take time to understand how economics work either and what's real from what's not. You know what I mean? They want to get amongst themselves and get into a pissing match and who's right and who's wrong. But the numbers are the numbers. The numbers don't lie.
That's right.
And somebody going to have to explain to me where this shortfall gonna come, where this money going to come from.
Right. Man.
So, you know what I mean? Again, I gave them solutions.
Yeah.
It's up to the government to want to do it, but you have to substitute money. You have to substitute money. Money at this point will be just as worthless as oil. Because you won't have enough to take care of your people. If you don't have a creative mind and how you going to get around it, you're going to be stuck because you won't have enough money. And all you're doing right now is running up the debt to unsustainable. Right now, we're already 100% of our GDP. This is what I'm trying to explain to people. Belize is in debt where we are spending 100% of what we bring in is going towards our debt. And we're going to the devastation is going to be 10 times what our debt is. Think about that. Our debt right now is about $2 billion. Put it in perspective. Our debt right now is about $2 billion. because of this situation right now, this would cost Belize at least $20 billion.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
We will be 20 billion in the hole. So do that math.
I don't want to.
So
it's crazy because it's Belize, it's the world, man. It's the world who's gonna be going through this.
Hey man, that's why I said I hate to be the bearer of bad news, because like you said, I watch what's going on and people they're acting like it's gonna be a celebration, it's gonna be whatever, and life's gonna be real. It's gonna get real after this, because the money is gone.
Yeah.
And all these